This dome-shaped home breathes life into long-standing Indian traditions. For the Navajo people, the Hogan is the epicenter of culture and spirituality, a symbol of man's desire to live in harmony with Mother Earth and the universe.
The Hogan is a living being. It represents the totality of the universe. It represents the physical universe. And it also is a religious universe for Navajo people, because the first Hogans that were built by the gods and the goddesses that we have in our religion. And for those reasons, the Hogan is very, very important.
Since the most important Navajo god is the sun, the door to a traditional Hogan faces east.
So when the doors open early in the morning, just before sunrise, the first rays bathe the house, the interior of the house, with sunlight. And so this is bringing the god, the sun, right into your home early in the morning.
Inside, the Hogan is carved into the 4 directions of travel, each with its own cultural and religious meaning.
The men's side of the Hogan is always on the south, and the women's side is on the north. And when you have medicine people coming to do a ceremony in a Hogan, or if you have visitors, your guests would sit on the west side and they would face east.
Despite their historic cultural significance, Hogans are disappearing from Navajo reservations. The earthen walls of these handmade shrines are giving way to government-built box-like houses made of plaster. Houses the Navajo people say are incompatible with their religious needs.
Because of all the religious significance of the Hogan, the ceremonies that are going to be conducted indoors must be in a Hogan. They can't be conducted in a square frame house. And this becomes a problem for Navajo people, because the U.S. government and tribal housing are building square boxes on the reservation.
Charlie Cambridge and a group of students at the University of Colorado at Boulder want to help return Hogans to Navajo reservations. With the help of CU environmental design professor Dennis Holloway and a grant from the state, they set out to prove Hogans can be built just as economically as American-style tract homes. Last fall, in this grassy meadow surrounded by university dorms, students went to work, moving earth and ideas. They collected down trees from a nearby forest fire and crafted them into beams and roofing material. They pounded rock and plied it into stone walls. And when it was all done, they added solar panels and glass to heat and cool the structures naturally. The end result? A low-cost, energy-efficient form of housing that restores Indian tradition without sacrificing the environment.
These demonstration houses show how state-of-the-art passive solar design and other applications can be applied in this climate area and really make the use of fossil fuels for the purpose of heating and cooling unnecessary. This in turn will help us to cut down the global warming from the greenhouse effect.
You can fill this with mortar.
Working with passion and purpose, some 300 CU students have transformed idle land into a hallmark of hope for the Navajo people. Federal and tribal housing authorities recently toured the Hogan site and are convinced the students have a mission and a message worth listening to.
Our Hogans demonstrate the kind of housing we should see in the 21st century, not just on reservations, but everywhere. Our students have proven that good housing design can be respectful of a people's culture and at the same time use modern solar technology to create environmentally sound and energy-efficient homes all Americans can live in.
Students are now putting the finishing touches on the 3 Hogans they've so carefully sculpted. All 3 carry a few special features, but each stands as a monument of simplicity, a shining example of what can happen when modern technology meets ancient Indian tradition.